Steam keeps coming out from the edges of my All-American canner and I don't know what to do. So that is a question I got. Welcome, my name is Sharon Peterson. I am with simplycanning.com where you can find home canning tips, tutorials, and classes. Come join me and I will help you get your pantry filled. So welcome to our weekly canning chat. Today our question is regarding the All-American canner and that the fact that the lid is leaking steam. So let me read, it was a very brief question. So she, and I did not record the name, so I apologize. I forgot to write the name down. Wondering about escaping steam, keeping the rim clean, and using oil, still it escapes. I'm wondering what else to do. So this is the one problem that I do get, or I do hear about with the All-American canner, is sometimes steam will escape from the edge of the lid here. And that's really the only negative thing I have ever heard about the All-American canner. It's actually only happened to me once, and so this might be likely what's going on with this person, I don't know. But when you put your lid on the All-American canner, you have to keep an eye on your gap right here. You have to keep an eye on that gap, because if you don't put this on straight, if it's very cockeyed, whereas this is completely closed and this is up a little bit, you can still put all those clamps down, but your lid is still just crooked. Just a little bit. It's not like you have to get a ruler out and measure. You just kind of bend down here and look and eyeball it and just make sure it's fairly level. Like I said, the only time I have ever had issues with my All-American, that's what it was. I didn't pay attention, I was in a hurry, clamped it all down and steam was coming out and my lid was just crooked. So I just adjusted it and I sealed it up and it worked fine. Now I have heard people recommend that you put a little bit of oil on your lid. The way the All-American works, this has sort of an angled edge here that fits right down on the pot, has that same angle. So put a food grade oil, a little olive oil, a little coconut oil on this rim, and then that lubricates it a little bit, and apparently it allows it to seat down tighter. I've honestly never done it and I've never had any issues, but that is one thing that I've seen recommended quite often. So try those two things and see if that helps. If the canner still will not seal, is it new to you? If it's a used canner, there's a possibility that someone who had it before you boiled it dry and the canner is warped a little bit. It would take a pretty good amount of heat to warp this canner, but it's a possibility. The only other option is if it's a new canner to you, then I would suggest contacting All-American and see if they have any suggestions for you. They are made by the Wisconsin Foundry is what you need to look for. If you Google Wisconsin Foundry, you can find the makers of the All-American canner and check it out. So I hope that was helpful. You guys have a wonderful afternoon and happy canning. We'll talk to you later.